Hi and welcome, it's Ruth here from artfulstampin.co.uk. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator, so welcome to my channel and I hope you have a look around, check out what other videos I have and just have a good time sitting back, relaxing, watching some stamping and hopefully, and this is my dearest desire, you actually get inspired to go and stamp for yourself, go and have a go at creating something beautiful or that brings you joy and then give it to somebody else. Give them some joy. So every Monday I try to do something a little bit more on the masculine side. However, I do find it a little bit tricky sometimes because I am fairly feminine in my choice, in my tastes, and I end up with lots of floral stamps. However, I do think there are men of taste out there who do enjoy a card that is beautiful. Oh, look, did you see that evidence of my chocolate earlier? Oops. Men of taste who do like the odd floral design. I've just been having a lovely chat to my nephew who's getting married and his fiance, and he was feeling a little bit redundant in the conversation because he felt that he didn't really have much input. However, it was lovely to hear him sort of chirping up and saying, oh yes, I like that, but don't like that, and so on. So I think we can do it, ladies. I think we can. I know, sorry, I shouldn't say ladies. I know I have gentlemen watching as well. But from my analytics, I can see that 99% of the people who watch my channel tend to be female. Right, so what should we do? What should we do? Men are gardeners. Yes, they do love flowers in a garden. Yeah, my father says the only flowers that he likes in a garden are cauliflowers because he likes to grow vegetables. Although he does put marigolds in from time to time. You know, there's the odd fuchsia and rose in their garden too. But I think that's there to keep my mum happy. Right, so let's get started. I've already cut up some Sahara sand cardstock, and I've cut this as if it was my Very Vanilla or Whisper White base. So this is ready to mount onto another card. I just thought it would be nice to try something with a different colour, you know, to stamp onto something that's a different colour, because that always helps with, I don't know, changing it up a little bit, making it a bit different. So here I do have some Sahara sand, and my idea is to really experiment with layering textures and find out what we can achieve through that. Generally these cards tend to be single layer cards, a bit easier to post, and apart from perhaps the odd super duper occasion where you might want to make a super special card for a gentleman, generally they go meh. Oh well, yes, nice card, but they don't tend to fawn over cards as much as ladies do. So, but I know there's always an exception to the rule, so I don't want to assume. Right, so let's have a look. Who's on? Let's see. Hi, who's here? Deborah, Janice, Randy, Sandra, Gina, Vicky, Sue, Donnie, Janice, Anne-Marie, Karen, Jamie, Esther, Sheila, Deborah, Christine, and no, that's not two Deborahs, Tracy and Martina. I think that's everybody so far. Right, I'm not too bothered about this going all over, but I'm going to aim for it to go all over and hope for the best. I know 3 male florists and 10... There we go, there's always male florists, yes. Right, I just want a little bit of a hint of a background. And I'm wondering whether to see if I can get a second impression. Just going to do that there like that. Not an all over, just a hint of an impression there. Second generation. Ah, lovely. I love that. Can you see it's very faded? You probably can't see it, but it is. It's a very faded out option. But that's nice. I like that. I want that look. Okay, I'm going to grab my brush. Hi, Gail. That's all right. We've only just started. So let's have a look at doing a bit of layering. So I've also got the fabulous Gallery Grunge here. And I like the idea of adding some more texture to the background with this. Which is very subtle, because this is a very finely lined stamp. It's very, very, very fine indeed. Okay. Trying to make it a little bit more masculine looking. Why has the chat just moved? It's now below the scene, so we can't watch and type. No, it hasn't changed. Are you watching it landscape or portrait? It's the same for me, Christine. Hi Gina, yes, busy but good, thank you. Right, I want to add some more texture with this gorgeous stencil. Now this isn't really designed to be a stencil, but I use it as a stencil. It's from the Botanical Prints kit. Now I know some of you really like the papers, some of you like the stamps, some of you like this. So I don't know whether you all need to get together, buy a kit and share it out amongst yourselves, because it is fabulous. It's got lots of different things. Yeah, we had our bring and share lunch at church, which was nice. And I'm afraid my trying to be a bit careful with my eating has gone out the window, because we've got lots of leftovers. I don't like wasting food, so I'll go back to my, I don't like to use the word diet, but my restricted eating, or eating between certain hours. I'm on an intermittent fasting plan, but it's kind of gone out the window a little bit. But it's okay. It's not, you know, it is what it is. So this is just a fun experiment in seeing what textures look good together, restricting yourself to certain colours rather than overchoosing or using too many colours. You know, I do love bright colours and things, but sometimes it is fun just to be a bit more restricted. Right, now, the reason I'm doing all this backgroundy stuff is because I actually want to stamp a butterfly, or a set of butterflies to put onto these, but try and do it in a way so it does look masculine. But I thought these lines, I used these the other day from the Music from the Heart stamp set. I thought the lines were quite a nice way to create a bit of a grungy background. So the screen showing your video goes across my screen with a chat below. Oh, okay. I don't quite know why that is, Christine. Sorry about that. I mean, I'm watching myself in portrait, so I've got the thing scrolling that way, and if I was to flick it, I've got the chat going up there, and then I can chat here like that. So I don't know which way you want to do it. Wait. Oh, okay. Hi Scarlett, nice to see you. So Scarlet Pete, you may have seen her in my chats before, but she actually lives locally some parts of the year. She's actually lives in a different country generally, but she's visiting family at the moment. And she's one of her Bezzy mate is a friend of mine, and we'd not met before in real life, but we met for the first time on Thursday. So if you're into kind of sustainable living, if you're interested about natural food, animal husbandry, all that kind of stuff, then do follow Scarlet Pete, because that's the sort of thing that she's interested in, and she's really interested about growing her channel. So she was at my house the other day, and we were just going through some tips and tricks about how to grow a YouTube presence. So if anyone's interested in that kind of thing, doesn't matter where you are in the world, then do go and have a look at her channel, please. But not just yet. Maybe follow her and then come back. Okay, so I'm just experimenting with these lines. Might put some in here as well. Just experiment with different ways of creating texture, you know. I find the best way to do it is just by stamping multiple times and moving around and okay, right. Now I want to stamp some butterflies, and I think I might just stamp them and cut them out, although we could see what they look like directly stamped on. Shall we see what happens? And then if we don't like it, we can always go for the other option, can't we? Now this stamp set I still haven't doctored yet, so I think I might just give this a little trim. Oh, great, Scarlett. Okay, so don't be afraid to cut up your stamps. It's okay. No judgment. They're not going to judge you. They're not going to have a go at you. If it works better for you that way, just do it. Right, so I've got Old Olive here. I thought it would be nice to just kind of go with beiges and then do a pop of green and see what happens. So I'm thinking where these lines kind of meet together, this would be a good PowerPoint to maybe put the odd butterfly. So let's try it and see. Right, so as I suspected, it doesn't quite work because there's too much already on there. So let's just, oh, I know what, get my scraps out. Got the scraps. I'm sure I have got some scraps of this colour somewhere. She says, just got to find them. Oh, where are they? No, that's smoky. I mean, that's grey granite. Okay, let's use a piece of this. Oh wow, Deborah, really? Oh yes. I've been going a while. I had my 5-year anniversary at the beginning of January. Yeah, you have to forgive me for some of those older videos. So I'm just taking my time to line that punch up. That's the thing about crafting in at night time. The lighting is not always the best. But hey ho, we'll manage. That's better. That shows up much, much better, doesn't it? Now this stamp set has a little body that you can stamp. I keep my little stamps in a little baggie because I am very good at losing. Esther used crumb cake and old olive today. Well, this is Sahara sand, so if you want a slightly lighter version. Oh, Google thinks that I'm asking a question. Oh well, there you go. Right, I heard this tip a long time ago that if you're punching out the butterflies, it's best to do the body afterwards, just in case you slightly misalign the punch. So it's best to go in afterwards and do that. So. Right, I'm thinking something like this would be a nice stamp set to use. And I've got some little strips here that I cut when I was cutting up my cardstock earlier. So I thought I'd keep hold of those because they are going to come in useful, and they have. Just inking up my stamp, dabbing over and over again. Oh, that's ski whiff, but that's fine. Hi Linda, nice to see you. Right, so just a few little snips, and because they're all pretty much straight lines, well they are straight lines, this is a really easy one to cut out. It doesn't matter if you don't get it quite right. There we go, a little bit of happy birthday there. Right, I think that's done. Maybe, what about blending a little bit of green? Do you think it needs green somewhere else? Right, sorry guys, I'm just checking my battery because I'm on 6%. I've got my charger plugged in, but it's still quite low, so. Oh, that's quite nice. Just a bit of hint of a green bit there. Maybe just up in this corner as well. Oh, there we go. I like that. Hi, Jan. Nice to see you. So as I said, I wanted to keep these quite flat. Usually I'm like, oh, let's put some dimensionals behind a butterfly. Let's make the wings fly. But no, I'm going to be strict with myself and just keep this as a flat card, because you know that it will go through the post a little bit cheaper. So for the sentiment on the top, on the right top line. What, up here? You prefer it there, do you, Martina? Yeah, I'm not sure. Oh, I see. What, there? Or there? You know what? It could go a lot of places, I think. But it does look cool there. Let me see if I've got some... Oh, I haven't got any old olive card cut up. Anyway, we've got pear pizzazz. So have a look what it looks like with the pear pizzazz behind it. Now, normally, I don't like sentiments right up against the edge. But it seems to work okay there, doesn't it? So... Martina has a very good eye for things. She was saying to me that she used to be... Did you used to be an art teacher, Martina? There we go. Right. That's one done. So, quite like that. But I think we need some sort of other kind of element to this. So what about some dotages? Create something a little bit more organic, because the danger is we end up being a bit too geometrical. Ooh, that was dark. Never mind, it will dry a bit drier. It will dry a bit cooler, not cooler, lighter. Oh, I can't speak. There we go. Oh yes, I've got these little ones. Oh yes, I've got the little stamp here, haven't I? This is the one that matches. Oh, I do have the musical notes as well, and I have been enjoying the musical notes recently. Right, I'm sorry, I'm going to have to put this right in front of me, so this might be off screen, but because it's a bit tricky to line up this one. Oh, not too bad. Could be worse. See, I naturally just want to go, see what I've done. I've already done it on these butterflies. Ah, dear, I cannot do flat stuff. In several different international schools. Ooh, that's interesting, Martina. So what countries have you been to? I'll just put in a little bit of extra texture in the green. And I'm basically looking for little spaces, really, where things are going to show up better. Oh, that's quite dark, isn't it? But it's okay. Oh, wow, loads of places, Martina. Where were you in Zambia? My sister's out there at the moment. She's in Kitwe. Oh, Lusaka. Okay. There's a little body. We need to have a little body, don't we? Now I've got to find the little bodies. Where's the little bodies gone? Sounds quite spooky, doesn't it? Where'd my little bodies gone? Oh, I had them here a minute ago. Oh, here they are, the little bodies. Yeah. Where are my little bodies? That does sound very spooky. Right. Let's stamp the little bodies. I sounded like May, really. There we go. Now you can stamp the little antenna as well, once you know where you're putting your butterflies. So have I got those still? Have I not lost them? Oh, I've not lost them. Wow. That's pretty impressive. Now I did have some early espresso sat here. Look, there we go. Little antenna. Yes, they do live a little way out into the countryside, Martina. Right, I'm like that one. Right, let's get moving on to the next one. I want to do something different. So that has a very faint amount of the floral in the background. It's almost got to the point where you can't actually see it, to be quite honest. Not as much as this one. This one's definitely got loads more floral in it. But there we go. Sometimes it's nice just to use up a bit of the ink if you've got it on your stamp, so you know, it's not wasted. Gosh, that's a lot of schools, Christine. Oh, 2 primary, 3 secondary. Hmm. Right, that's that. Right, let's start with something a bit different this time. What about... Oh, I know what I wanted to do. I wanted to use the butterflies to create a background pattern. So this time... no, I want to use the same butterfly actually. I will use this one, I just need to clean it. While I'm here, I'm going to clean up some of these other stamps. Hi Subo, how are you? Thanks Jan. Thanks Carol. I mean, when I say these are masculine cards, please don't think that you can't give these to women, ladies. You know, it's more, when I call it masculine, it's more to do with the design aesthetic, not not who you can give these cards to, you know. It also it's great for pushing me outside of my comfort zone a little bit. So now with this, because I'm going to do multiple stamping, it might be helpful to have a ruler that then you can sort of just help align what you're doing. Oh, actually, I stamped it and then realised I didn't do it quite straight, but there we go. Doesn't matter if it's not perfect. It's not about being perfect. It's just about, you know, lining things up a bit. Do I want to do it that way or do I want to do it that way? I think I want to do it that way. Okay, that's interesting. Makes an interesting background, doesn't it? Right, I want to do another bit of a repeat. Oh, I know what. Let's put two together. Right, and then the little one, I'm wondering if the little one can fit in between. Oh, no, maybe a bit lower. There we go. Happy little butterflies. Okay. Oh, I like that. Oh, I do, I do. I wonder whether to do something a bit darker on another one. Anyway, we'll come back to that. Right, let's have a look. So we've got this very geometrical thing going on here. What about if we just do some edging? A little bit of edging, nothing too much. Oh, a Bob Ross documentary. Ah, that'd be interesting. What were they saying, Esther? Actually, I don't want this one. Hi, Vanessa. Lovely to see you. Oh, and how we got into very good. Oh, yes, and his hair was fake, wasn't it? His curly hair was fake. But he kept it because it was kind of just such a brand thing. Now, I think a little bit of the green that I used on there is seeping through, but it's fine. I like it. But if you're wondering why it looks slightly greeny, I've got a bit of the green coming off onto there. And I guess the downside to this, using these as masks, is that they are paper. You can't really clean them like you would the plastic masks, stroke stencils. No, they're stencils, not masks. What am I talking about? Right, just do this little bit up here. No, it's not a Stampin' Up product, Martina. This is just a makeup brush. They're very kind of like on trend at the moment, these makeup brushes, because they're so soft. I just find them a little bit easier to use than the sponges. So, oh, I thought I'd read it was a perm. Oh, I tell you what you could do. If I punch, I'm wondering if we could highlight. This would be quite fun to highlight some of the butterfly and to actually. I'm not going to do it now, but we could make a bit of a stencil, couldn't we? And then mask off all these other bits. Oh, I'll have to save that idea for another day. Oh, I got an itchy back. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Right, I feel like we've got lots of space here. I'm going to come back to that one. I'm not sure what to do. Right, clean this off. Oh, I can send you a link for it, Martina. Or yeah, or just look it up on Amazon. Yeah. Thank you, Johnny. Right, I want a very pale, subtle background, I think, here now. And I'm wondering whether just to go over these butterflies later with something darker, because that's not going to show up now, is it? Anyway, we'll see. And do some, oh, maybe some lines coming in from the side. Let's go with some soft suede. Yeah, I find just to clean them off, I just sort of do that with them, and then every so often I give them a good wash. Right, I thought I had... Oh, I've got Mary Mallow on my desk. I'm wondering whether... Oh, Mossy Meadow. Mossy Meadow's a nice dark green, isn't it? Oh, sorry. Hi, Gamer Gone Mad to Helga. It's interesting, you can have a set like this that you have one motif, i.e. the butterfly, but there's a few different designs of that same motif. But you can kind of gravitate to using your favourite versions of them a lot. And sometimes it's good to challenge yourself to perhaps use ones that you don't tend to use. And kind of fall in love with them, really, because, yeah, I haven't obviously used this one too much, but... Right, I'm just going to see what it's like if I colour in the butterfly in a pale green. So this is light old olive. So I'm colouring that in with the Mossy Meadow. So I've stamped in Mossy Meadow and I'm now colouring in just to make the butterflies stand out a little bit more. And this is another alternative way of creating more depth and texture to a flat card. Oh, this is the one that I'm running out of, I think. I've used this pen so many times. Look, without having to kind of stamp it and then punch it out and stick it on, you know, this is a great way of adding extra design. I think I need to dig out the newer. Yep, look, I'm running out. Oh dear. Oh, I wonder if we can lighten it up with a bit of yellow. That would be fun. What happens when I do that? Yeah. So obviously, because I'm stamping on, this is Sahara Sand cardstock, it's obviously not going to look really, really yellow, but it just lightens it up a little bit. Or just gives a faded version, which is quite nice. Oh, really, Vicky? Yeah, Esther was putting an order in and she was wondering what to get for SAB. And she said, oh no, the vellum doesn't really do anything for me. But I don't know, yeah, I suspect it is really pretty. Vellum Ellen would be very happy, won't she? See if Ellen comes on. Good morning, Australia. Well, I've got some friends who are literally just arriving in, I think they've arrived in Auckland now. They're on their way to New Zealand, and I'm absolutely kicking myself that I did not give them, my friends, some things to post to my New Zealand friends. I just realised that some of you guys are in New Zealand. Where's Janice? And I should have given them a little card or something to post for me. Never mind. I didn't get vellum, but you got the mail stamp and the coffee cups. Yes, I'm going to be getting the mail stamp. A demo that I know was after the card kit. It's now out of stock, so they've run out of stock of the card kit. So she needed to get it for a customer, so she said, does anybody want to do a swap? So she's ordering me that stamp set to swap for the card kit. Okay, great, Vicky. Yeah, I'd love to see that. Good morning, Vicky. I've just realised it's morning with you, isn't it? Oh, yes, Jen. How did it go? Hello, hello. Yeah, the coffee cups don't really do much for me. Although I do like coffee, but not those coffee cups. They don't really do anything for me. Excuse me. Oh, there we go. I feel like I've resurrected the butterflies there. I thought I was going to lose them. But, oh no, I did lose them. I restamped them. I've forgotten what I'd done now. So, yeah, I stamped the other half of these butterflies are behind these ones. But I wanted them to show up a bit more, so there we go. Right, I'm tempted to leave those as it is and do another design somewhere else. Because I like that very faded look. So, humdy hum. Let's have a think. What about some of this? I'm missing comments, aren't I? Hi, Wanda. I'm waiting a day or two to order. Haven't decided what to get free. Going to order a year of Paper Pumpkin. Oh, you're signing up to Paper Pumpkin, are you? Can you do that then? Just do a whole year's worth. Do you get it a bit cheaper if you do that? Oh, needle felting. Oh, lovely, Jen. You've been enjoying that recently, haven't you? Oh, I don't know. I'm making this up as... You do realise I'm making this up as I go along, don't you, everybody? You know that I am completely winging this. Right, come on, Mojo. Come on, come on, come on. Oh, actually, let's get these out. Is that Gallery Grunge? Yes, it is Gallery Grunge. Now, if for some reason my phone dies, I'm going to see if I can come back on with my other phone. So bear with, just stay on the broadcast and see what happens. But I might have to come and do a finish off. But I'm hoping this should be my last one. So, oh, now this is interesting. So I was a bit worried how I was going to bring the two sides together because they're different. But actually doing something through the middle just helps to bring it together, doesn't it? There we go. That's all right. I think we can do this. Yeah, okay. Let's make it happen. Oh, let's get the real geometric one out. Let's see what we can do with this. Hi, Renee. You can order a year at a time. Ooh. Do you have anything lacy to edge the wood? Yes, we've got this. Oh yeah, so do you mean something? I could do this just on the edge. Just bring it over in certain parts. I don't want it to be just a kind of row of lace. Oh yes, the musical notes. I mustn't forget those. Right, I've got soft suede here. I think that might be dark enough. I'm wondering whether the treble clef would be better because I need something a little bit more solid. Hi, Cindy. Oh, I didn't realise you could do that, Sheila. That's handy. Do you get a little bit of a sneak, like either a sneak peek, or do they sort of let you know roughly the theme? Yeah, because I know that there'd be some seasonal things that I wouldn't be interested in. Yes, that's what I was thinking. They sort of like artistic staves, aren't they? There we go. Now you see, I wish that there were slightly more delicate notes, but I'll have to make do with what we've got. I don't feel they're very delicate. Yeah, I'd skip Halloween as well, Sheila. And in the UK, we don't really celebrate Thanksgiving. So if there was a Thanksgiving themed one, then we'd probably skip that one as well. Although it all depends on the project. So for those of you who don't know what we're talking about, Paper Pumpkin is a subscription service that Stampin' Up! Provide in America. And it's where you can, yeah, you basically get a kit every month to make certain projects. So if you like working from a kit where everything's included, well, apart from glue, and I think you usually get one little little ink spot, don't you? Sometimes they let you know the months you get a second stamp set because it's the anniversary in the box, which has a personal bit. Oh yeah, actually I think I saw Dina Rico playing with this month and it had a beautiful flower stamp and I was like, oh, that's so pretty. I wish they made that available. Right, so this is light soft seafoam just to highlight these butterflies a little bit so that they stand out from the background, but not too much. This is very, very, very subtle. Yes, and an acrylic block in the first kit. Oh, that's handy. So the first time you ever order, you get an acrylic block. So anybody who's watching who's in the States, if you would like to see what Paper Pumpkin's like, then do find yourself a demonstrator. Either you can find yourself a local demonstrator, or if anybody who's a demonstrator on here in America would like to put their hands up, just say me, then people can choose to follow you and maybe subscribe. I know Honeybee Crafts, she's sometimes on here. She shows Paper Pumpkin kits on her YouTube channel. Wanda is, Sheila is, there we go. Right, very subtle this one, I think. Maybe could benefit from a little butterfly somewhere, but we do want to try and keep it as masculine as possible. But right, let's have a look. What else? There we go. Oh, that's just different, playing with the different textures there. Oh, I think I want to colour these butterflies in now. or different bits of them. Maybe not all of it. I'll just do a little section. So is where I want a little, sing a little tune. There we go. That just makes it a bit more interesting. Just a spotlight on different sections. The previous card is, in my opinion, is missing something on the right hand side. Oh, this card. Yeah. I sometimes like having a bit of breathing space. But yeah, it could maybe benefit from a sentiment or something on it. Depends how much you like the white space. Yeah, I mean, you could put a sentiment. Shadow one. Let's hopefully my battery will last. It's called auditioning, when you kind of go, let's see. Oops. Do the butterflies need bodies? Oh, the stamped ones, I don't always think they do. The reason why I tend to stamp them on the punched ones is because there is like this little space for them at the top. How about a sinus curve from lower right to upper left in very faint butterflies? What, this one? What, up like that? Oh, I don't know. That would be breaking up the line here, there, you see. It's nice to have the contrast. Dragonflies. Oh, I haven't got any dragonflies in any of these sets. Oh, thank you, Gina. Well, it's just playing with the patterns, and you know, don't overthink it. Just do it, as they say. Okay. Could do little. Oh, what about? I was going to say do little birds flying, but I'm not sure that would look right. What about some musical notes going up like that, Martina? What do you think? Dimensionals. Yeah, I could use dimensionals. Depends whether or not I'm trying to be true to my first. I did say I was going to try and keep these as flat as possible, you see. Right, let's see if we can. Oh, well done, Christine. What did you order? There we go. I convinced you. I convinced you. Oh, thanks, Vanessa. Blame me. Oh, I think you'll like the mini cutter, Christine. It's very cute and very handy on one's desk. So Linda and Vanessa are all blaming me for the music one. Cheers, guys. Right, that one doesn't need it. That one's already got it. That one's moving still. So these can be backed with green, brown. What other colours could we use to back this with? Maybe possibly cream, the very vanilla. There we go. Thanks, Tess. Well, I get enabled by other people as well. Let's see what other people do. Ooh, that's quite nice. That's soft sea foam. And I guess it does sort of fit because we've used soft sea foam to colour in those butterflies, excuse me. Yeah, crumb cake would look good as well. Let me just move some of these stamps out of the way. Have I got crumb cake here? Oh, I haven't got any cut. I really need to sort out my little box of cardstock. I need to have some ready. Oh, this is Sahara sand, so that doesn't look too bad. I do have a piece of crumb cake just over to the side here. Yeah, it kind of works. It's just a tone difference. Yeah, that would. The sprinkles, 2 kits, and all the new inks. Oh, the new ink colours. Apart from Purple Posy. Oh, you'll love those, Christine. They're really nice colours. Right, thank you everyone for joining me, and I hope I've inspired you to maybe grab out 2 or 3 different stamp sets. So yes, something a little bit more feminine, something with lines in. Grab some sort of stencil or something you can use as a stencil that's slightly more geometric, and just have a play, you know. So if the battery will last, let's just go through some of the principles, design principles. So this one, I stamped the flowers all over, and then basically wanted to re-hide it again. So yeah, so it's got the floral in the background, but it's not kind of obvious until you have a bit of a close look at it. And then we've got these stripes going up through the middle and then across the bottom, and we've got a little bit of geometric pattern in mask stenciling in the background. And then I stamped and cut out the butterflies to put on top, and then put the sentiment, and then coloured in a bit of the butterflies there. Then this one had the second impression of the floral stamp, which is very faint in the background, and then did a lot more using the masks, and then I did a little bit of this splotchy. So that was with Gallery Grunge. I'll go over the stamp sets in a second. So this one had butterflies all the way down the side, and I stamped them all in one go. So these ones have actually got a faint butterfly in the background. Then we went for a darker butterfly, Mossy Meadow, and then added some extra bits and pieces. And then this one, because I really wanted that butterfly to show up, I didn't want to play with that too much. And then we did a bit of Gallery Grunge stamping on this side, and then something through the middle, and then the notes and the treble clefs in there. So we'll go over the colours used tonight. They were Sahara Sand as a card base. So this is Sahara Sand. Sahara Sand ink, crumb cake, soft suede, old olive, and mossy meadow. We also use the soft sea foam light, yep, old olive light, and a little bit of the yellow as well for this one. This one has a little bit of yellow in it. Oh, and while I'm here, I'm going to put a bit of yellow in this one as well, just a little from the middle, just to lighten that up a bit. And I'm really loving discovering that you can use blends even when you've inked in coloured ink. You don't have to ink just in black to use the Stampin' Blends, the alcohol markers, because the inks are a water-based ink. They're absolutely fine. They don't run or bleed or anything. So it's actually quite fun to colour in images that are already a colour. And because it's Sahara sand that I'm colouring in, obviously it's not a true yellow that's showing, but it's just an interesting tone. So experiment with that. Do you buy the A4 colour card and cut it up for my bases? Yes, I do. Yes. Yeah. Oh, that's a good idea, Martina. You can easily make stencils, die cut and then oil it. What sort of oil would you use? So could I do that to this? And then what sort of oil would you use? So could I do that to this? And then would the oil transfer onto my work? That's the other thing I'm interested to know. Yeah, so I think I've been through all those. So the stamp sets used. Are, I'll come back out. Butterfly Gala, Music from the Heart, Gallery Grunge, and Breathtaking Bouquet. And label me one. Where have I put it? Oh. It was on my desk. Oh, where's it gone? Okay, it's not on my desk. It's called Label Me Bold, and that's where I got the happy birthday from. And the masks I got from the botanical kit, which is in the mini kit. Curious where you get your envelopes for your cards. Does SU sell larger ones? No, they don't sell the larger ones, so I tend to buy those in. If you're in the UK, I buy them from, if you just look up Eco Envelopes, I get them from that company. It's the one that's at the top. It's just they use recycled paper. And they also, if you're interested in buying non-plastic, they sell compostable cellophane bags and stickers that you can put onto them to say that the cellophane is compostable, so that you can stick those on there and then people know that they can put it in their compost. So when the oil is dried, it leaves no residue. Oh, that's really useful, Martina. I will try that out. Okay. Do you mean just die cut then oil it? Ah, that's a really good tip. Oh, thanks, Wanda. Yes, if you can give me a thumbs up if you've enjoyed this video, that would be fantastic. If you're brand new to this video, to my channel, please do go ahead, subscribe, click the bell button, and that will let you know when I'm on again. If you'd like to make something inspired by any of my videos and you'd like to share them, please head to Artful Stampin Space. It's a dedicated Facebook group just for sharing things that you've made and that's been inspired by my channel, and you can then get some feedback and stuff from there. So if you'd like to shop with me as well, please get in touch and I'm happy to send you a catalogue. And I have a really great reward system, so do shop with me. And yeah, if you've got any questions, please just message me either by Facebook. I'm on Facebook and Instagram, and you can email me too. My email is in my description on my channel. So there we go. Lovely. I'm trying to, Christine, I wouldn't say I'm completely eco, but where I can, I do. So there we go. Honestly, that is such a useful tip, Martina. Lindsay Door. Actually, Scarlett, I don't know if she's still watching, Scarlett Pete, she came round yesterday and she gave me a gift, and it's linseed oil hair. It's like a hair gel that she's made from linseeds. Aren't linseeds amazing? Yeah, they're good for you insides and your outside, and crafting. So there we go. Who'd have thought it, eh? Thanks, Anne-Marie. Thank you, everybody that supported my channel and shopped with me in the last month. I'll be filming the thank you. So last month, February, anyone that supported me and shopped with me in February will be getting an exclusive video in their email box. If you super chatted me and you super chat me for the first time last month, then please email me your email address, because it's very hard for me to track some people down via super chat, because YouTube don't give me their contact details. So yeah, that would be helpful. Yeah, take care. See you soon. Bye.